we have another week of top 5 Skyrim mods. I appreciate the support that I get for these, because they don't do the greatest on my channel. But, I hope they eventually grow, because, I love doing them. So I just want to thank you, and down to the first mod. And with our first mod, we have a mod called the Sounds of Skyrim. This one just, adds, you can hear people talking in bars, and you can hear people conversing away from the general game. Let's take a listen. It just adds some immersion to it, and it just really feels nice, hear other sounds other than what you normally hear. And I highly recommend downloading this mod. Did anyone else ever feel that the Bards College was wasteless and just like not helpful? Well, this mod fixes that, because you always see bards as like, oh, just singers, and what this mod does, it allows you to become one of them. And you can say, hey, I want to play at your tavern, and then you can play a song, and then you can get money for it, and then they'll give you a free room for the night. The lips don't move, obviously, but it just adds some more immersion to the game. If you're looking to play for strictly immersion, it allows you to do that, because you get to, like I said, you get to play, make, I think it's 20 gold, 25 gold, and then, have a room for the night. So, if you're just looking to be like the traveler, you can do that. Your bard skill will level up. You can buy all new songs at the Bards College. Like, you can buy a ton of new songs. And, it's a pretty interesting mod. And, it just adds more immersion. And I highly recommend downloading this mod. Our next mod is also an immersion mod. It adds something called the notice board. I don't know if anyone else has heard about this. I'm sure people have. It just adds a board outside of each and every tavern that you can get new quests. You can get. There's also a few interesting quests, that have not just a paper where you go find something. There's a couple quests that are actually more interesting, but it doesn't. It makes it a more realistic thing. It just adds more quests to Skyrim, like the Dwemer technology and these steel plate boots and stuff. There's it adds a ton of radiant quests for you to go do if you just felt like you just are doing too many normal quests. And I highly recommend downloading this one as well. And I know a lot of people wanted to see me throw this on a top 5. And, this is a great mod, because, you can barely see it in the corners. You can see my vision's a little blurred. And, this mod is the best immersion mod out there. And obviously, guys, it's Frostfall. Frostfall is awesome. It definitely works into a huge immersion level. If you're like me, you gotta have that soft, safe ground, no grass. It adds such a big immersion. But there's also something else that you have to have required, or you have to download to require, or to download Frostfall, and it's the camping system overhaul. And the camping system overhaul does exactly as it sounds. It allows you to build a campfire. And if you do this well enough, you can put the campfire right on the edge of your tent, and it'll warm up your entire tent, and it'll keep you from freezing. It's a really immersive mod. It gives you like, oh, it's too cold, or you're freezing, and if you stay out in the wilderness too long, you will eventually die, and you don't want to die, obviously. I mean, you can set the mode where you can change it to, just like, oh, the pass out mode, where you just pass out and your follower carries you to safety, and you end up in like a bed in the bar or something like that, So this one is a very immersive mod. It allows you to, if you're one of those people who has to have immersion, you can play with this and you'll be the most immersive. I know this is a little game-breaking immersion right there where there's wood inside the fire, but you know, it's a great mod. You know, I've always played with it. It's always fun, you know, to have that, oh man, I better get to safety or I'm gonna freeze to death. And you know, I highly recommend downloading Frostfall and the Ultimate Camping Overhaul. And with our final mod of the day, we have a mod called Divine Alchemy. And you know, it just adds a little step into Skyrim. You know, if you thought that you're tired of the regular old alchemy bottles, you can get the new high tech. There's also a ceramic version. This one's cool though. You know, it's more of like a sparkly. You know, just it adds new flavor to the bottles of Skyrim.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.